Braving this Colorado heat is a must if you want to enjoy events like, say, Taste of Colorado. But a lot of this is also a must to withstand that heat.
We want to hit those days right and try to prevent those heat illnesses.
Bernie Meyer, meteorologist with the National Weather Service in Boulder, says to do so, they've been doing something different. In years past, they've used the heat index to help track when it's really hot. But there's a caveat.
For Colorado, usually when we get very warm, our humidity is very low, and that would push our heat index down in the lower to mid 90s. And not a kind of a true assessment what the heat risk is out there for those elderlies or athletes or people working outside, those that are kind of prone to that heat.
So this year, they started using what's called HeatRisk to help issue heat advisories based on the risk to people. It also takes into account overnight temperatures.
Better convey the impact of heat and try to hit those days where people are going to be more impacted by the heat is what we're aiming for.
So far this year, Meyer says their office has issued 5 heat advisories. Weather Service offices in states to our west have been using HeatRisk in the last few years. In the case of Boulder's office, they looked at the amount of heat-related illnesses from the last few years
and kind of compared that to the values of heat risk and found a decent correlation where on our high or extreme days, there was a increase in admissions to the emergency room related to heat issues.
Making sure those enjoying the outdoors do so safely. Meyer says they plan on assessing how heat risk worked for them at the end of the year, and as of now, the plan is to continue using heat risk next year. And Jenny, in terms of how successful it's been, Meyer says that they've basically been able to partner with the city of Denver to pinpoint when it's best to open those cooling shelters, for example, if people need them.
Right. All of this at the end of the day, Luis, is about making sure they can communicate with people about safety around heat. I mean, that's the whole point of what they're doing here.
Especially with the heat that's in the coming months right now and the fall that we're expecting here. They say it's ever so important.
Okay, Luis, thank you for your reporting.